Hello, hello! Happy Friday, everybody! Welcome to my channel. I'm Stephanie. This is my sewing room, and it's Friday. Friday sews. Hashtag Friday sews, if you will. And there's a bunch of us who sit around on Friday and just chat. And I'm one of them. So if you want to go see some other chatting sewers or, vloggers, if you will, hashtag Friday sews. Okay. And by the way, on that, there's a few things I didn't know about searching for a hashtag that I learned from Robyn's sewing room. Is that how you say it? I'm going to put a link. She just did a video on how to navigate YouTube, and I thought I would know all that stuff. So go take a look at her channel and you'll learn something. I did. Hi, Robyn. Okay. So sewing, I'm going to talk about sewing first, and I've just been playing around, which is kind of what sewing ought to be, right? We're just playing around, trying things. And by the way, I'm wearing my hoodie hugs, which is kind of my uniform. It's the pattern I designed, and I will put a link in the bio if you haven't tried it. Super comfy, and it just goes for everything. I just wear it all the time. Okay. So this is my cardie that I just made, and I had so much fun with this. This is a self-drafted pattern, so I don't have a pattern to share with you. I had fun with this for a couple of reasons, and one of them is the obvious pattern of the print. And so I really just had fun with that. One of the things that I felt really good about was my matching. I did pretty good on my matching, if you will, on the sides. What do you think? I didn't even try to match on the sleeves, but I did try to match on the sides. And then when it came to the pockets, I didn't want to match. I wanted them to show, like I wanted it to be a feature. So I turned them, and I love that. Isn't that cute? I just love that. So I kind of had that in my mind, and I had actually already cut my pocket, and so I had to cut another one. And that leads me into a subject that I want to get into, which is Tretris. Do you play Tretris when you're laying out your pattern? I know they have on most patterns, especially the big four, they have a layout suggestion. I never follow that, you guys. I always do my own because for some reason, like fanatically, I want to get the most out of every piece of fabric. And then I'm left with these huge remnants and scraps because I just like, if I can get this in here and get, do you do that? Does anybody else do that? It's like, I'm a fanatic. Like, I'm obsessed with getting the most. So for me to cut a second pocket and waste some fabric, that was a lot. But I thought I really want it. And what am I doing? Why is it so important that I have this big scrap of this fabric left over that I probably can't even make anything with? I mean, it's a sweater. It's sweater fabric. So I had this neck band, and it was, hold on, someone said, and I'm not a quilter, but somebody had said when I talked about this before that it's called fussy cut. So I fussy cut this on purpose to be my neckband. See, I picked one of the stripes. I picked this stripe because I thought it was the best one, and when I folded it, it wasn't special. Look. It just wasn't. It wasn't special at all, and I just thought so I fussy cut another one. It's this one right here. Isn't it great? Like, I wasted so much fabric on this, and I'm delighted. So I don't have much in the way of scraps from this project, and I'm okay with that because I love this cardigan. And sometimes it's the little details that just make you so like joyful. And I was watching in Jen's sewing room last Friday. Now, she's the originator of Friday Sew, so we're all grateful to her for coming up with this great idea to create a whole community of people. And if you follow Robyn's advice, you'll see all the people who post like today. And you can see everybody that's participated today, because not everybody does every Friday. I like to because it keeps me consistent, and I enjoy that. But not everybody does. So you can see who posted this week. And what was my point? Why did I bring her up? She said something. Oh. And on Jen's video from last Friday, she had a question for the whole community if you wanted to answer or not. I usually forget. It's not that I don't want to answer questions. I just forget about it. Was what do you love about sewing? And it kind of made me think this, you know, the process and just enjoying, you know, like, ooh, what if I did this? Ooh, what if I did that? You know, like creating. It's creating. And I love fabric. I love fashion. So sewing fits with that. And, you know, I just want to make the next thing. And also it gets me out of doing other things. I should be cleaning. I'd rather be sewing. I should this. I should that. I'd rather be sewing. So it's a good procrastination technique to be a sewer or a, you know, creator, because you could just escape. I do that a lot. So this is my latest make, and I'm just so pleased with it. And I could build a whole little core wardrobe around this piece. Navy, berry, gray. It would look like black. I mean, this cardi could go over a dress, leggings, pants, jeans, anything. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what else I can make to mix and match with that, right? Fun. I love that pattern. I love that print. So enough about that. That was fun. I had a really good time, and I wanted to see if anybody else does Tetris when it comes to laying out your pattern pieces. It gets me in trouble sometimes too, really, because I'm not paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm trying to get things puzzled in. I've made some big, huge mistakes doing things backwards. Anyways, enough about that. I have not one but two collabs coming up. One I will mention and one I will not, because I'm saving it, because it's not until the end of March, and nobody wants to be teased that long, you guys, I know. But Valentine's Day, I have a collab coming out with Andrea from Andrea Chapman. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Can't wait. I'm going to keep mentioning that until we have it. And so go check out her channel. She's amazing. And you'll enjoy it very much. What do I have coming up next? I don't know. Like, I have some loose ideas. And one of the patterns I was talking about doing next is putting aside for that collab that's coming up. So I haven't forgotten about it, and I'm not going to tease you because it's too much. It's too far away. But I do want to make just more. Okay, let's talk about this. How about this? It feels like we're entering what I'm going to call the in-between stage for fashion, where you're kind of tired of winter, but it's not spring yet. And in sewing, I'm not ready to make spring because I can't really wear that. I'm not ready to make summer because I can't really wear that, and I don't want that. I used to get mad. I don't buy ready to wear anymore because all I do is sew these days, so it's really just not, I don't go shopping like I used to. But I used to get so mad when it was still freezing cold and there would be summer clothes in the store, or it would be super hot and they bring in winter. I hated that because I want to buy something now and wear it now. Well, I feel the same way about sewing. If I make it today, I want to wear it today. So I'm not ready to sew for summer because it's still cold and I want to wear it. And yet I don't really want to make winter because winter's on the way out. So we're in the in-between stage. And I think about that when I'm thinking about what I want to make next. It needs to be in between. It can't be totally winter. Although that's why I made this, because I want to use that with sweater material. And I have a couple other sweater materials up here. So maybe I'll make a sweater dress or a sweater top or another cardigan, which I was thinking, what do I like to wear? I mean, that's what I want to sew, is what I want to wear. And I wear cardigans almost with everything. And one thing I will mention is a couple of people in the comments last week, if you don't read the comments, you're missing out. There's so many great things in there. There were a couple of other people who don't like their side profile view because of apple body shape or just bigger in the tummy and bust. Well, what erases that is a cardigan or a jacket. You're welcome. That's one of the reasons I love them so much, because I still look straight on, but I turn sideways and you can't tell how much tummy, how much bust, how much is in there. You don't know. It's hidden right here. It's not always just to keep warm. Sometimes it's just because that finishes my outfit. Although I have to say, on some of the dresses I've made recently, my review that I put out on Sunday for the $79.69, it does hide the sleeves, which is my favorite part of the dress. So it's a real toss-up on that one, because that dress looks so much cuter on my shape with a jacket. But that hides the sleeves. you got to weigh it out. But some of you said, should I make that? And yes, and if you feel like it's still too much, put a little jacket on. Not a big full jacket, but something that kind of hugs you in, and that'll hug in that dress. Super cute, super cute. But the other thing is, I don't really care. That dress was cute, even if it did, even if my tummy and whatever, you know what I mean? I don't care. It was cute. And the elastic, if you don't know what I'm talking about, got to go watch my video from last Sunday, which I reviewed this pattern, which was out of my normal shape that I would choose for my body shape. And some of my body shape is because I'm shaped like an apple body shape, and some of it is because I'm older. And an aging woman's body does build up in the tummy and the bust sometimes. So, not my normal shape, and I like it because of that. Sometimes I look at what I like, and it's all very similar. I go for the same silhouettes, and that's a good thing, but it also kind of gets boring. And I can't really wear a full skirted anything because I'm not shaped like that. So that dress is about as close as I'm ever going to come to wearing something that's more voluminous like that. One of my points. So up next, I have no idea. I think what I might do, we were talking once in one of my recent Friday sews, just chatting about which comes first, the fabric or the pattern. And for me, it's usually the pattern, and then I shop my fabric. I think what I want to do is go pull out a few things that I wouldn't wear in the summer. I've got a couple of sweatery kind of fabrics and maybe thicker fabrics, and get those made up before spring really gets here. But I'm already thinking ahead to 2 things I want to start thinking about. Let me know if you're thinking about these. My birthday's in March, so a birthday dress or outfit or top or something. I noticed that Sherry from Granny's Sewing Room just made a birthday outfit. Or was it Valentine's? Nonetheless, you'll love Sherry's channel if you're not already following her, because she's another Friday Sews contributor. So I want a birthday dress or outfit, and Easter. I want an Easter dress. And I would love an Easter dress that's super bright and fun and pretty and comfortable and lovely and happy. Like, so Easter is such a happy day. I want it to be a happy dress. And so I'm thinking of those things are kind of in my list of things to do. And that's it for sewing. Enough. Oh, I'm going to say one more thing. It's kind of sewing and kind of organization is, I'm going to say it again because if I keep saying it, maybe I'll do it. I don't want to clean out my closet and get organized because I feel like I have wasted space in there. My sewing room closet behind you. So I'm going to commit to doing that before the end of March. Will you hold me to it? I'm telling you. But if I promise you that I'm going to do that, will you come over and help me? I need you to come over and help me. Okay. My chair won't quit rolling. That's my workout. I think I've told you that's my workout. On the personal front, I mentioned in a previous video, because we have a glamped up trailer, travel trailer that we love to take out, and it's getting close to actually doing. We're going to go to the Tulip Garden in April or the end of March. I can't remember when it is. April. I think that's when it opens. And so I wanted to get my trailer ready, and I thought there's a few things that weren't working last summer. So I need a trailer guy, and my trailer guy moved. I don't know if this is just something that we know here in California or if you know it everywhere, but everybody's leaving California. I've had friends leaving and my trailer guy left. I'm not leaving. I love it here. But he's gone. So I have no one to fix my trailer. And I went on Yelp. You guys, this should probably be on a trailer video, but there was a trailer place and they said they won't work on anything before 2005, or maybe it was even newer, and my trailer's older than that. It's a 2002. So, wow. So I started to worry that I wouldn't find anyone to work on it. So there's a local place that sells used trailers, and they have a guy. So I've talked to the guy. I've got a guy. I now have a guy. So we're taking it in, have him look at the few things that weren't working, and I'm going to do a video on that. So if you like following the trailer videos, I don't know if it'll be this week coming up or next week, but we will have a trailer getting ready for the season video. I'm really excited to kind of get things, you know, situated, you know, make sure everything's working, because when it's not working, it's not as fun. Okay, so I found my trailer guy. Yay! Not a whole lot else going on the personal front. I definitely have spring fever. It's way too soon, but it's not my fault because hubby took this picture in town, which is near us, but we're up in elevation, down. They're down, so their flowers are not the same as mine. Mine are weeks behind theirs, like maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3, but they have daffodils, and he took this picture. Everybody's saying, is that early? And it is a little early, but there is a place, I shouldn't even talk about it because it's so sad you can't go there anymore, but there's a place that's called Daffodil Hill in our area, and it's always been #1 tourist attraction in our area. And it was basically back in the gold rush days, the 1800s. A lady planted daffodils. It reminded her of her home country. I don't know what it is. And every year she would add more bulbs until it became like a hillside of daffodils. And her family descendants kept that ritual going, that tradition going, and they kept that farm going, and they'd all go out, the whole family, and they'd take out old bulbs and put in new ones, and it was free to the public. It was walking trails. They had wandering peacocks. It was a picnic area. The Girl Scouts fed you with like hot dogs. It was just a lot of traffic for the community, and I guess it got to be too much for the people that were taking care of all of that, and liability. It's probably a big problem. You just got to pay for that if you don't charge admission. And so they closed it. It's closed. Can't go there anymore, which is sad. But what I remember from that is it was always like March and April, and it often snowed on the daffodils. So it wasn't a springy, summery kind of flower. It's more like an end of winter coming into spring flowers. So I'm not surprised to see those this time of year. And I know my daffodil shoots are popping up. And we'll have daffodils, and it could snow on them. And I remember the guy told me that snow was more gentle on the flowers than rain. That the flowers would survive snow better than they would survive rain. Isn't that interesting? Because the rain just beat them down. Fun facts. Fun daffodil facts. So I have in this window, can you see this window? I have both daffodils and tulips, and they don't come at the same time. The daffodils come first and the tulips follow shortly thereafter. So I don't know what the shoots that are popping up that I showed you last week are, but I can't wait. I can't wait. And then it just begins from there, right? And we just start rolling into spring and summer. I can't wait. I always loved winter more because I hate being hot, but once we built the deck for my daughter's wedding, and it's been like 15 years. I think they're coming up on 08, whatever 08 is. That was their year. 6, 7, 8 was her wedding day. And we built the deck for that, and I love sitting out there. Like, I never get anything done. And so I miss it, and I'm ready for coffee on the deck with hubby. He works lots of evenings because his photography includes like taking pictures of people at sunset. So our mornings are our best time. We just have like quiet time to just sit and be together. So I'm looking forward to that. I almost want to go sit out in the cold. That's how much I love it. Okay, so I've chattered enough about nothing. Sorry about that. I don't really have anything else to say, so it's up to you now. So let me know, what are you working on? And do you have any like comments to make about Tretris and this in-between stage? How do you choose what you're going to make now, right now? Are you going on into spring and summer, or are you sticking with winter, or do you have this like in-between idea in your mind? And I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. If you're new to my channel, I'm here every Friday, and I might start being here on Tuesdays, some Tuesdays with my travel trailer. And you never know what's going to pop up in between. Could be a fabric haul or a pattern review, or who knows. So hit the subscribe button and ring the little bell if you want to be notified when I make a new video. And please leave a comment. I love to see you there and see your comments very much. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my channel. I so appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.